Session 22, the vocabulary audit. What are you actually saying? Welcome to Session 22. I am Rich Abbott, the Steward's Mind, Week 5, Session 2 of 5. In Session 21, we established that the words you speak about money are seeds, and that seeds grow, producing fruit consistent with what was planted. We looked at reflexive financial vocabulary, at the neuroscience of spoken language, and at the larger financial narrative that frames how you understand your own relationship with money. And I gave you an assignment, a vocabulary audit, 24 hours of paying attention to what financial language you are actually using. Today we do the audit together. We look specifically at the most common categories of limiting financial language, the phrases that are so embedded in ordinary speech that they have become invisible, and we begin the process of replacement. Part 1. The scarcity phrase family. The first and most common category of limiting financial language is what I call the scarcity phrase family. These are the phrases that locate you permanently in a condition of not enough. We can never afford it. There is never enough money. Money is always tight. I am always broke by the end of the month. I can never get ahead. Notice the absolute language. Never. Always. These are not descriptions of a current situation. They are declarations of a permanent state, and the brain, which is listening to everything you say and filing it as data about reality, takes these absolutes seriously. The replacement is not positive thinking or denial. The replacement is accurate language that acknowledges current reality without declaring it permanent. Instead of "we can never afford it," try "that is not in our current budget, but I am building toward it." Instead of "money is always tight," try "I am working on increasing the margin." Instead of "I can never get ahead," try "I am learning what it takes to build momentum." The replacement phrases are honest. They do not pretend the situation is other than it is, but they locate the speaker in a trajectory rather than a permanent condition. They plant a different seed. Part 2. The identity phrase family. The second category is the identity phrase family. These are the phrases that define you as a particular kind of person with money, and not a good kind. I am terrible with money. I have never been good at saving. I am just a spender. I do not have a head for numbers. I am not the kind of person who gets wealthy. These phrases are particularly damaging because they are not describing behavior. They are defining identity. And identity, as we established in Week 1, is the most powerful driver of behavior there is. If "I am terrible with money" is a true statement about who you are, a fixed identity, then there is nothing to be done. The identity produces the behavior, which confirms the identity in an unbreakable loop. The replacement here targets identity directly. Instead of "I am terrible with money," try "I am developing my financial intelligence." Instead of "I have never been good at saving," try "I am building the habit of saving." Instead of "I am not the kind of person who gets wealthy," try "I am becoming someone who manages resources well." The replacement phrases claim a trajectory of growth rather than a fixed deficit. They are congruent with the renewed identity of steward that we have been building since Session 1. Part 3. The theological phrase family. The third category is the one that I know most personally, the theological phrase family. These are the phrases that invoke God or faith in ways that reinforce financial passivity or scarcity. God will provide, said as a reason not to plan. Money is not important, said as a reason not to build. I am just trusting God, said as a reason not to act. We are rich in what matters, said as a consolation for financial struggle. The love of money is evil, misquoting scripture to shut down financial aspiration. I want to be careful here because each of these phrases contains a kernel of truth. God does provide. Money is not ultimately important. Trust in God is real. There are riches that transcend the financial. And the love of money, the idolization of it, is genuinely dangerous. But these truths, when deployed reflexively as a substitute for stewardship, become theological cover for inaction. They feel spiritual. They sound humble. And they produce a financial stagnation while providing a vocabulary that makes the stagnation feel like faithfulness. The replacement here is not to eliminate theological language from financial conversation. It is to use it accurately. Instead of God will provide, said passively, try, God provides as I steward what He has given me. Instead of I am just trusting God, said as an excuse, try, I am trusting God and doing the work of a faithful steward. Instead of money is not important, try, money is a tool for kingdom purposes and I am learning to handle it well. The replacement phrases keep the theology intact while removing the passivity. They combine faith with faithfulness, trust with action. Part 4, the generational phrase family. The fourth category is the generational phrase family, the phrases that inherit and transmit financial limitation across bloodlines. We have never been wealthy in this family. Money has never stayed in our family. That is just how we are with money. Our family has always struggled. We did not come from money and we never will. These phrases are particularly powerful because they carry the weight of tribal identity. To question them feels like rejecting your family, your heritage, your people. And so they get passed down from grandparents to children to grandchildren, each generation inheriting and reinforcing the financial narrative of the one before. Proverbs 13 verse 22 says, a good person leaves an inheritance for their children's children. The inheritance is not only financial. It is the beliefs, the vocabulary, the financial culture that the next generation absorbs from this one. When you change the generational phrase, when you refuse to pass down the limitation, you are doing generational work. You are breaking a cycle that may have run for decades. The replacement, instead of we have never been wealthy in this family, try, I am the one who changes the financial story of this family. That is not arrogance. That is stewardship. That is taking responsibility for what gets passed down. Part 5, Reflection. Today's reflection is the written vocabulary audit. Take the phrases you notice in the last 24 hours or the ones from today's session that landed hardest and write them out. Then next to each one, write the replacement, the honest, trajectory-oriented, identity-consistent alternative. You are not eliminating the old phrases through willpower. You are replacing them through deliberate repetition of the new ones. Every time you catch the old phrase and substitute the new one, that is a pathway being redirected. That is the tongue choosing life. Closing declaration. Say this: I am conducting a vocabulary audit, and I am not afraid of what I find. I replace scarcity language with trajectory language. I replace deficit identity with steward identity. I replace theological passivity with faithful action. I am changing the financial story for myself and for the generation after me. This is Rich Abbott. Session 23 is next.